Hello worldo, this is Wolfstar Games and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. And right now I am, like Frau, I am a little tired. I didn't get much sleep, so I am suffering for it right now, but I am committed to my schedule to bring you a video. So last time we got to meet a familiar face to me at least, and not so much the characters, and that was a very pleasant surprise. So now we're continuing on with what is happening at JAXA. It's like we left off in the middle of a very long scene. So here we go. Akio pulls up the blueprints and photos she took and happily shows them to Nojinai on her phone droid screen.
これがうちらロボ部が今開発中の巨大ロボ頑張れる試作1号機、通称ガンツク1です。
I can only assume that Nai is familiar with the Gunvarel anime. I mean, she sounds impressed. Tenoji Nai's eyes are glued to the monitor, but she soon starts to look puzzled. Or maybe she doesn't. What is it, Nai?
これは動くんですか?
Not yet. We still have to put him all together.
もちろんです。歩行させます。
Akio's jumping the gun a little bit. We haven't even assembled them yet.
させる予定です。
Right, yeah. Even with her back turned, I can tell that Akio is doing the, the sad Akio expression. Actually, didn't Subaru mention repeatedly that it wouldn't walk? Did that issue ever get solved? I don't believe it did. And Subaru did mention that repeatedly. Said Subaru is... Subaru? You want to chime in? He's not saying anything in particular. He's just Mr. Silent at the moment.
足が動くということですね。足以外はどうですか? 足以外は動く予定はないです。その必要がなかったので。なるほど。
That just sounded kind of funny. Tenoji Nai goes silent in thought for a moment, then speaks to Senomiya's dad.
瀬宮所長、これって歩けると思います?
Like, does he know much about robots?
いや、どうでしょう.
He looks like he's at his wit's end. He keeps wiping sweat from his brow over and over. Is he trying to appeal to his daughter? I mean, he could be. He very well could be. If that's the case, he's not really doing a good job. And at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta shoot straight about these things. Man, how weak is this dude when it comes to his daughter? I mean, I could see Akiho being a daddy's girl. So, as well as Misa-ne for that matter. So I could see both of his daughters kind of having him wrapped around their fingers.
歩くよね、お父さん。どっちです？
歩けませんよ。
And now you chime in, Subaru. Subaru finally makes his move. And he says it ever so bluntly.
スバル、余計なこと言っちゃダメ。
Sure, nobody asked him, but he's going to speak up anyway about it.
でも事実ですから。
歩けないんですか？
歩こうとしたらつま先が引っかかって転倒するのがオチです。
What, because it's like too top heavy? Maybe? I mean, didn't Subaru say that Gunvarel is a little too bulky up top? That the chest plate should go?
それは危険かも。そこは解決策としてつま先に車輪を装着することで回避しようかななんて思ってたところです。
Attach wheels. Somehow I kind of get the feeling that would make it even worse. I mean, if it won't walk, and you know, if it is gonna trip and fall, wheels would just be too much of a hindrance, and it would be even more likely to fall. Tenoji Nai thinks to herself again before slamming her fist into her palm like she's got an idea. So like, ah! I didn't mean to bump the mic. She looks up.
例えばこういうのはどうでしょう？
Yes?
作りかけの1号機についてはひとまず開発を凍結してもらって。
She's asking Akiho to stop development. Nai would not stop. I mean, not Nai. Akiho would not stop development.
また新しく万博出展用にもう少し見栄えのいい巨大ロボを作るというのは。
Yeah, I don't think Akiho is gonna go with that.
また新しく。
Yeah, she's kind of at a loss for words. The proposal makes the most sense. This proposal makes the most sense. Subaru's been saying the same thing for a while now. He has, yeah. And if JAXA provides support, our money issues will finally be over. We could really build something pretty decent if we start from scratch. However, to Akiho, this proposal is basically poisonous. I mean, yeah, the thought of not building a robot that's not Gunvarel, that she's been working on for so long already, that Misa-ne started. It means the robot she's currently building won't qualify for the expo. She'd end up a laughingstock. What would they have to do to Gunvarel to get him to be a qualified entry for the expo? That's what I'm wondering. What would they have to do? In other words, it's a full rejection of the robot that Akiho spent so much time on for so long. I'm an amateur at robot construction, but even I know after listening to Subaru and Akiho battle it out. He's right, and she isn't. That's a little harsh. But the biggest problem here is that the Robot Club president, the one who holds the right to decide what direction the club will take, is Akiho.
だったらこの話はなかったことにしてください。
I kinda had the feeling that she'd say something along those lines.
え?
Senomiya Akiho, and Senomiya Akiho alone. Her dream is to complete the gun build one that Misa-ne designed.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to work on any other robot. It's like this is a huge passion for her. For her to just stop what her sister started so long ago. You know, I would think that Akiho would be it would be a disservice to like Misa-ne if she didn't complete Gunvarel, and also a disservice to the Robot Club as well. The Gunvarel prototype Model 1, that is the product of the other members' 9 years of hard work. There's no logic or reason behind this, just pure emotion. And that's what drives Akiho. It's like, and I can't really fault her for that. That's why this proposal will never work. It takes... I don't know. I feel like they could do something with Gunvarel to make it work.
うちが完成させたいのはガンツク1なんです。
Yeah.
それ以外のロボットを作るつもりはありません。瀬宮さん。ごめんなさい。
Akiho bows slightly and walks out of the room. Frau, seemingly waiting for this moment, runs after Akiho while still hanging her head low. It's like, don't run into the door, Frau. It's like, that would probably wake her up. Judah is bewildered and looks toward me for my reaction. Subaru also looks at me like he wants me to do something. I guess since Kaito is kind of like the vice principal of the Robot Club, that Subaru is looking at Kaito that way. And also since Kaito is his senpai. I don't have any reason to try and persuade Akiho one way or the other. Yeah, it would basically be like talking to a brick wall. It's like once Akiho gets an idea in her head, she won't budge. And Kaito knows that all too well. My only obligation is to give her a light push on the back when she's stuck in place. And you know, he has that promise to Misa-ne that he feels he has to fulfill, and you know, and that's part of the promise, isn't it? Seeing Akiho's dreams realized, right? So Kaito's kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place, kind of. I'm going to start getting KB withdrawals soon, so I decide to go home as well. Well, that ended on kind of a wet note. The wind outside is strong. It's definitely more than just a sea breeze. I mean, he says that there's a breeze, but I kind of wish that there was a sound effect of the breeze so that we could kind of get a sense of how strong the breeze is. I mean, that's just me, though. The clouds are starting to look a bit ominous, too.
Action!
I chase after Akiho and call to her.
どうやって帰る?
バスかな。
デュー、1時間に1本しか走ってないとかありえない。
There's only one bus per hour? So, we have to wait an hour?
みんな待ってよ。
It's like, we're not going anywhere, Juna. It's like we have to wait for the bus. Juna comes chasing after us, looking ready to cry. Oh. It's like, Juna. It's like, seriously, I just want to give her a big hug. Behind her follows a silent Subaru. I look toward the Takazaki Observatory and notice Tanoji Nai watching us from the observation deck. We turn our backs to her and head to the bus stop. While it was a good offer, negotiations with JAXA ended in failure. I mean, while it may have ended in failure right now, maybe we can do something to get things back up and running with them. You know, really work hard on Gunvarel to make him qualify for the expo. Oh. Interesting. I'm from the point of view of Akiho's dad. What's going on is in his mind? It's interesting that we're also getting into the mindsets of the parents. I mean, first we got a little bit from Subaru's father, and now we're getting the point of view of now Akiho's and Misa-ne's father. So what are you thinking, Kenichiro? After the children... Oh, I need a voice for him. After the children leave the press conference room, it's engulfed in a quiet stillness. I sit down in a chair and let out a small sigh. I, Senomiya Kenichiro, have now been the chief of the Tanegashima Space Center for 7 years. 7 years? I thought he would have been there for a lot longer. Working there a lot longer. When we launched rockets, this room was always packed with project staff and reporters before and after a launch. There's a press room on the floor below, and the media would set up cameras on the roof, looking to record the launch. And they did that every year when Akiho and Kaito were little, right? But such hustle and bustle is already 4 years behind us. Yeah. This room in the Takasaki Observatory hasn't been used in years. Today was the first time in who knows how long. I swear I feel like giving Kenichiro like Big the Cat's voice, you know, from Sonic the Hedgehog. I feel like I'm kind of giving him that voice a little bit. Not as, you know, goofy. The facility hasn't been closed or shrunk. It might be used again one day, so the higher-ups want it maintained. In other words, while I may have the grand title of chief, I'm basically a glorified caretaker.
いつかまたか。
Will the day ever come when we launch rockets from here again? We can only dream, right?
瀬宮所長。
Tenoji-kun has returned.
あのたちバスで帰りました。
Oh, it didn't take long for the bus to show up.
そうですか。いや、まさか娘が拒否するとは僕も思っていなくてね。
It's not surprising to me that she refused, but I guess it would be a little surprising to her father that she did.
なんだか申し訳ない。
I bow my head, but Tenoji-kun shrinks back.
いえ、そんな頭を上げてください。確かに拒否されるのは私も予想外でしたけど。
And I can see why Nai would be surprised as well. Like, she doesn't know Akiho. Like, at all, so... I mean... Sure, her father may have talked about Akiho to Nai before Nai met them, so... I mean, there's that, but I don't really know each other.
私は所長を利用させてもらっている身ですから。
利用だなんて。
だったら便乗かな。
Can we not put it that way? Can we not say that you're taking advantage of Akiho's father of all people?
調布での所長のお話、とても感動しました。ここを学生の巨大ロボット作りに使わせてあげたいって。
いや
At the start of this month, when Akiho requested use of TNSC's facilities to assemble her robot, I had to say no. Yeah. It's like he had to be tight-lipped about it at the time. So I guess they had plans, but they couldn't put those plans into full swing until now. So he had to stay quiet. Like, that's what makes the most sense to me, anyway. But, heck, I'm a father. I want to support my daughter and her dream. Now, this is where Kenichiro is far different from Hiromu, Subaru's father. He wants to support his offspring with her dream, as well as Misa-ne's dream, right? I mean, look where Misa-ne wound up. But with Subaru's father, he doesn't support his dream. I just so happened to have a business trip to Chofu, so I tried consulting with the top brass while I was there. That's probably what Tenoji-kun is talking about.
私ももともと二足歩行ロボットへの支援事業はやってみたいと思っていたので、すぐさま話に乗らせてもらいました。
Tenoji-kun smiles playfully and sticks out her tongue a little. Sticks out her tongue? It's like she still acts like a child. It's like she hasn't changed in her demeanor, like at all.
所長の協力がなければこんなに早く好判断は出なかったと思います。
いやー、天王寺君がいなければ承認さえ下りなかっただろうけどね。私が話した時には上も渋っていたのに、わずか数日であそこまで心変わりするとは。
I wonder what changed their minds. Huh. And that quickly. Despite the small scale of the support work, I've never seen anything get approved this quickly and smoothly.
天王寺君が魔法でも使ったのかと思ったよ。
I don't know about that. I mean, Nai has a special something about her that just kind of endeared me to her in the Steins Gate games. I mean, while she isn't a huge pivotal character in the Steins Gate games, it's like I've always liked her. I've always liked her character. It's like she's just so sweet, and I tend to like those characters anyway.
ちょっとした交渉術ですよ。そんな大したものじゃないです。これでも媚びの売り方は心得ていますので。
I bet you are. I mean, who can resist those eyes of hers? If I remember correctly, Tenoji-kun is only 20. What a frank young lady. I mean, that's just Nai for you. I'm honestly impressed. In some ways, she reminds me of Misaki when she was younger. Misaki. I said that completely wrong.
も所長、いいんですか？言わなくて。
Not to tell Akiho what?
何のことだい？
I guess Kenichiro doesn't know either.
娘さん、アキホちゃんに教えればいいのに、今回の支援事業は実は所長が言い出しっぺだって。
Oh, he did, really? Interesting.
いやー、いざ面と向かうときっと照れてしまうからね。
I don't think Akiho would get embarrassed about that. I think that would excite Akiho.
それに天王寺君の方が娘たちとは年も近いから話も合うだろ
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I'm just an old geezer inching closer to retirement. He doesn't look that old. I mean, if... let's see, the geotag said that he is... What was it? In his late 50s? So, you know, he may be getting close to retirement, but, you know, when we first met him, I would have thought that he would be like around 40. I'm way past my prime to be talking to youngsters about dreams and the like. Even your daughter? Come on. It's like, when it comes to your offspring's dreams, they should be able to talk about their dreams to their parents. And I mean, I'm no parent, but you know, I would be supportive of any dreams that my future children would have. You know, just like Kenichiro does. And you know, my mom and both my parents are supportive of my dream, especially my mom.
私、今回の支援事業が将来もっともっと拡大していけばいいなって思ってるんですよ。私たちの広げた輪によって日本中の学生さんたちが連携を取れれば、若い人たちの科学技術の促進にもつながりますから。
Yeah. And you know, with the engineering, you know, that's what Subaru wants to get into. So that could convince him. It's like, what would convince Akiho?
やっぱりなんだかんだで日本の若い人にはロボットが好きな人多いですし。
Because there's such a big robot boom.
若い人だけじゃないよ。我々のようなおじさんにもロボットが好きな人はたくさんいる。
I like Kenichiro. It's like he is like a little like Akiho, isn't he? It's like I mean, if I had to guess, he had a dream of wanting to be working at the space center, and you know that's where he works now. And you know, and like I said, I thought he would have been working here a lot longer than he has been.
むしろ思い入れは年配の皆さんの方が強いかもですね。
何しろ昔は 週に2、3本はロボットアニメが放映されていたから。
2 or 3 different robot animes? Yeah, I could see why not just the youngsters would get into robots and robot anime, but also the older folk.
羨ましい時代だな。現実の日本でも巨大ロボットが日常風景に溶け込んでいるような時代がいつか来るといいですね。
Maybe far, 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 far into the future. It's like having giant robots roam around and, you know, be part of everyday life. You know, that is a future that would be very oh man, it would be very much like, you know, movies like Blade Runner or I, Robot. You know, movies like those.
災害救助とか土木作業とか、そういう場面で当たり前のように巨大二足歩行ロボが使われるようになるかもしれないって想像したら。
Yeah.
ロマンだね。
Is that Kenichiro's dream, then? To have a future where their world is populated by robots, ones that they don't have to remotely control?
ですね。
And it'd likely feed back into space development as well. Robots could be actively used for interstellar exploration. Yeah, I mean, robots are used in space anyway. That's why this work isn't worthless to JAXA.
とりあえず私、さっき断られちゃいましたけど、もう少しだけアプローチしてみます。
I mean, doesn't hurt to try again.
ここで帰ったら、はるばる種子島まで出張してきた意味もなくなっちゃいますし。
Right, yeah. And, you know, she lives in Tokyo. Makes me kind of wonder if we'll see any of the other characters from Steins Gate, aside from Nai and, you know, the one that I know that shows up in Robotics Notes Dash. I mean, it would be cool to see Nai's dad.
それと、今日来たばっかりなので、もうちょっとこの島のこと知りたいというのもあったり。もちろん一番は、所長のためにも、ロボ部の子たちの力になることですよ。
It's like she really does want to help, doesn't she? And you know, being an outsider, I find that admirable.
いや。
I'm getting more and more embarrassed talking to Tenoji-kun. She's younger than Misaki, but older than Akiho. In other words, kind of feels like I'm talking to my daughters. I couldn't get that, yeah. And, you know, they, Nai does have the same hair color, so it's like she could probably pass off as a Senomiya. They've been cold to me these days, so it's kind of embarrassing when she so openly wants to keep talking to me.
そうだ。私、荷物が寮に届いたか見に行ってこなくちゃ。
Oh, she's staying in a dorm. So of course she would be in college. It's like, would she be in her first year of college or her second year? I don't really know at what age Japanese high schoolers graduate.
寮ってどんなところかな。実は一人暮らし初めてなんですよ。
That's her first time, huh?
所長、ちょっと行ってきますね。
はいはい、行ってらっしゃい。
From start to finish, Tenoji-kun is all smiles as she exits the room. After seeing her off, I sit down in the center seat of the empty room. Mizuki, huh? I think about my disobedient daughter who hasn't come home or even contacted us for over 6 years now. That's a long time to not be in any contact with your family. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine not contacting like my mom for that long. When she was a high schooler, much like Tenoji-kun, she'd innocently tell me all about her dreams.
お父さん、私ね。
This is a beautiful shot. Beautiful CG. I mean, just overlooking the ocean. Misa-ne overlooking the ocean. And she's in her school uniform, of course. I love this CG. It's very serene. Oh, and is right above Misa-ne's head there, is that the space the space center? I mean, isn't that the tower right to the right of her head?
School でロボット研究同好会を作ったのよ。
へえ、それはまた大胆なことをするね。
今はまだ同好会だけど、将来部に昇格して巨大ロボットを作りたいなって思ってるの。
高校の部活で巨大ロボットを？
Why not in high school? I mean, that's when most kids have the most time when they're in school. They have time to, not just do their homework, but also do a lot of extracurricular kind of stuff. And a club is extracurricular, so why not have a robot club where you can build robots? It's like, I don't see any problem with that.
そう。お金をかけて作るより ハリボテっぽくなってもいいから、とにかく自分たちで作ってみたいなって。
That wouldn't be much of a robot. Paper mache?
と言ってもまだ同好会は私一人しかいないんだけど。それに私が高校にいられる3年の間に作れるかどうか。
Yeah.
だけどやらないよりやれっていう気がして。
I mean, that's just how dreams are. It's like, give it a shot, see where it goes. If it doesn't work out, then, you know, try and improve on it.
ミサギらしいね。
何それ。元はといえばお父さんのせいなのよ。
僕の？なんで？
自覚がないとは思わなかったわ。お父さんが私や秋にすり込んだんでしょ。ロボットアニメは素晴らしいものだって小さい頃からずっと。
Okay, so it's thanks to Kenichiro that his daughters got into not just robot anime, but robots in general. I mean, you know, we are all reflections of our parents. We take in what we're introduced to from our parents. And, you know, some of that may stick, some of it may not, but at the same time, some interests that you have as a child because of your parents can later in life be, you know, a big dream that you know, the parents' offspring could have, not will have, but could have.
僕はただ自分の好きなものを娘のお前たちにも知ってほしかっただけなんだけど。
Right.
おかげで私とアキはロボットアニメが大好きな男の子みたいな姉妹になってしまいましたとさ。
And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
お父さん、本当は私たちが男の子だったらよかったって思ったことない？
What a thing to ask.
いや、ないよ。一度もね。
It's like, I knew that's what his answer would be. Not even one thought of thinking of them as boys. Not at all.
じゃあ、さらに弟を作ろうと思ったことは？
親をからかうもんじゃないよ。
You know, I mean, like Akiho and, you know, Misa-ne, you know, I have an older sister. I'm the youngest. So it's just me and my sister. My mom wanted to have more kids after me, but, you know, that didn't happen. I kind of wish that I did have a younger sibling, but you know, at this point in my life, I've accepted being, you know, the youngest in my family, and I'm fine with that. It's like I really wanted to have a younger sibling because, you know, my sister is 6 years older than me. So I didn't get to see her a whole lot when I was, you know, a teenager.
でもお父さんには感謝してるのよ。私ロボットを作るっていう自分の夢かなり気に入ってるから。お父さんも若い頃はロボットを作りたかった？
I want him to say yes.
ああ、そうだね。ガンバムが放映されていた頃かな。プラモデルを組み立てたりもしていたけれどね。
I got my wish. Indeedy do. I like that.
やはり本物を作ってみたかった。
Right, yeah.
当時の男の子なら誰でも一度は思ったんじゃないかな。
Not surprising.
だからその夢私が現実にしちゃおうかなって思って。21世紀も10年が過ぎて今ならちょっと工夫すれば案外作れちゃいそうだから。ちなみに JAXA でいらなくなったパーツをタダで譲ってもらうみたいなことできる？
For free. Isn't that the same question that Akiho asked her father as well?
わざわざこんな場所まで僕を呼び出して話したのはそれが目的かい？
そういうこと。工夫はできるだけ多く取り入れないとね。
どうだろうな。所長とも話してみるよ。
やった。
I recall being surprised as I watched Mizuki happily, but humbly thrust her fist into the air. Mizuki wasn't the kind of kid who did things like that. That was reserved for Akiho, her little sister. That's why I...
どこまで本気なんだい？
Well, she definitely became serious about it. I mean, look how far the Gunvaro robot got in its construction. And even though that she didn't finish it, you know, Akiho is trying to finish it for her. I just had to know. Mizuki responded like it was the most natural thing in the world.
最初から最後までずっと本気よ。
Yeah.
期待してて、お父さん。
Hold on to your butt, Dad. Hold on to your butts. Of course, my mind goes straight to that classic line in Jurassic Park.
3年じゃ無理だったとしても、種はまけると思うから。いつかきっとできるわ。史上初、高校生による自家製巨大ロボットがね。毎日新聞一面トップは間違いなしよ。
I do wonder what exactly stopped her from finishing it. I mean, sure, it was part of, the school's robot club, but I do wonder what exactly made her stop working on the Gunvarel robot.
ああ、楽しみにしておくよ。
After that fateful day, Mizuki put her everything into building that robot. 9 years have gone by. The Central Tanegashima High Let me try that again. The Central Tanegashima High Robot Club has inherited Mizuki's work, and now Akiho is the president. I never thought that a support work proposal for Akiho's club would ever come this close to becoming a reality.
本当にあの時、種はまかれていたんだな。
Yes, she did. My daughter has quite the eye. Both your daughters. Now, if only she could visit her family at least once a year, I'd have no complaints about my amazing daughter. He misses his daughter. And I can't blame him. Oh. It's just a piece of junk? This is coming from Misa-ne? What changed her mind?
もうどうでもよくなってしまったわ。
Okay. So, what happened that made her change her mind? I mean, she was so gung-ho about it when she was younger. And then something happened and I don't know. She just gave up? I mean, that almost doesn't sound like, to Kenichiro anyway, that doesn't sound like his daughter, right?
ごめんね、お父さん。
She turns around. Huh. I feel like that pose, though, doesn't fit the situation and the lines being read here. What are you thinking, Kenichiro? I think back on what Mizuki suddenly said to me just before leaving the island. What was going through her head? Yeah, seriously. It's like, it had to have been something, like, life-changing that would make her stop working on the Gunvarel robot and for her to completely change her mind about making a giant robot. Even now, I still don't know why she left. But really, he doesn't know why she left. So she... What, just up and left one day? Without saying why?
美咲、お前の蒔いた種は今確かに芽吹いているよ。
Yes. All thanks to Akiho taking back up that it's on the tip of my tongue. Torch. Taking the torch is being passed along. Hold on a second. I'm making it sound like Mizuki's dead or something. Maybe the Mizuki from the past? But, yeah, I mean, people do change. I mean, I don't know, now it's really making me wonder what exactly happened so long ago that made her change her mind. And did her dream just, like, shatter? I can't help but chuckle a little. Okay, now we get wind. Well, that was very interesting. I mean, we not only got a glimpse into Akiho's dad's head, but also got more backstory on Misa-ne in the process. And it's getting very, very interesting. There's so many interesting threads to this story so far. I mean, you have the mysteries that are going on, here at Gaoka Park, involving Airi, and now there's kind of this added mystery now of why Misa-ne stopped working on the Gunpowder robot like that and just, I guess, basically giving up. And, that, in a way, I kind of feel like bad for Kenichiro, because he was on the other side of that conversation, and I guess to him it like, I don't know, kind of I would imagine it kind of shattered his heart to hear Mizuki say that. It's rather sad, and thinking about it. Well, I think on that note, I think I'm actually gonna stop it here for now. I mean, I know I didn't make a lot of progress this time, but I feel like the progress that we made is very significant. And I feel like adding anything after this would just kind of diminish the impact of what we just went through. So yeah, gonna stop it here for now. We'll pick this back up next time. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe. I'm stumbling over my words. And claw that subscribe button. There we go. To become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a great day or night, wherever you may be.